Now I'm ready. First, I gotta kick your business first, and then we'll
I love it. I love you, ladies. Thank you for coming through. Yes, Breakfast of Champions is the #1 morning show, and right now, if you didn't know, I am Stars Tina, and it is time to share this room out in the hallways. We are here Monday through Saturday, 5 a.m. I'm just going to give you a quick little recap of what we do here. We're going to bring you motivation. I'm feeling super motivated today. And if you want to see my face, I really want you to tap in, guys. Come to my YouTube channel because my hair is popping today. It doesn't happen too often. I've got these sister locks. And if you want to see, come on YouTube because I'm motivated. Besides the motivation, when you come to this space, family, you're going to get all the education. We're going to educate you with the tools, the skills, and the strategies, everything you need to take your life and your business to the next level. So tune in here for the education. Not only do you get education, we're going to inspire you to think big. You heard how the ladies were just saying how you have to have big, huge goals and dreams, but take little steps to get there. That's what I got out of it. And that is so important to have the inspiration. And everyone in this space inspires me. And I just want to thank everyone. Do I see my girl, Mary Lynn? Oh, the first time I don't see her in here. I'm giving Mary Lynn some extra love because my podcast is popping, and today I dropped my last episode of my first season, and I want to give Ramon Ray another big shout out because a few weeks ago I do his celebrity CEO coaching, group coaching, and he was talking about newsletters, and I actually stopped doing a newsletter. And if you didn't know, I am Stars Tina. I am a traumedy life and health coach. I do run an online fitness boutique studio, but I am so much bigger than that. I am so much more amazing. With my business, you get an experience when you come with me. I work with women that are over 40 and they may have gone through some type of trauma or tragedy. You may feel stuck in your job. You may feel stuck in a relationship with not being able to lose weight and get fit. Well, I work with these women and I give them the tools and the skills and the strategies to push through and have a wonderful life. And I speak from experience. So that is exactly what I do. I'm a little nervous today. I don't know why. I guess because I'm speaking about something that I'm very new at. I've been on this app for about 2 years. And when I first came into Breakfast with Champions, I loved it. I was in it and I was just taking notes, learning so much. My business has grown because of this app. And that's what happens when you come in here. You meet certain people. Collaboration is so important. I can't tell you all the wonderful people I've met. If you click that link at the top, that's going to take you to my LinkedIn page. And on my LinkedIn page, you'll see everything about my business. Today, I want to talk about the importance of collaboration, the importance of community. And let me tell you why. First of all, just for your mental health, Lord of mercy, let me tell you, you need a tribe of strong, amazing people around you if you want to do huge, great, amazing things. I see we currently have 71 people in the room, which is great, but I want us to go a little bit bigger, guys. Can we share this out in the hallways? Not only do I want you to share it in the hallways, I want you to copy the link. I want you to paste it and post it and share it to everyone else. And I want to say good morning to Victoria. Hi there, Kim. I see Ella. I see Jason. Now, I am going to bring Renee up on stage to speak. You know, everyone has a seat at the table, right? Everyone has a seat at the table. I have a special guest today, a couple special guests that I'm going to mod up during this section. I want to say hello, Bonnie. Hello, Dr. Key with the avocado. I want an avocado. Bree, welcome to Clubhouse, Bree. This is your first week. I see the little congratulations thing there. You're in the best show. I'm scrolling down. Obviously, Lashira, Brittany, Scott, Clifton, Fahira, Mueller, Misha, Ivy. If I pronounce your name wrong, please forgive me. Welcome to our house. Do me a favor. Click that link at the house. Join the house because this is the space that's going to take your life to the next level. You're speaking to someone who's gone through every trauma or tragedy you can think of, and I've turned it around. And I want to share something with you before we get into today's topic that I learned today. I guess I already knew it when I was speaking with my therapist, and we were talking about pain, and we were talking about the struggles of life, and we all have tools. And if you don't have tools to get you through, I want to invite you to start making your own toolbox. And if you listen to my podcast, my daughter talks about this a lot. You need this toolbox to get you through situations. For example, you may be sad or angry or mad or stressed or depressed, and you have to dig deep to find out what is going on in your life so you can figure it out and fix it. For example, I just got out of a storm. Oh my gosh, I feel so happy right now. I say a storm because, in life, you have those beautiful days. It's sunshine, it's rainbows, it's butterflies, it's unicorns, and you feel so amazing, right? That's kind of how I feel right now. But the past few weeks, I've been going through this little storm. It started off small. Actually, it started really heavy. It was a bad storm. And then it got a little better, and I was going through and I'm trying to push it. And I finally got through the storm, but I had to dig into my toolbox. For me, it was being still. Doing a lot of breath work. This past Saturday, I do classes on YouTube every Saturday. And normally on Saturdays, it's get motivated, let's go. We're doing some jumping jacks, we're doing some push-ups. But this past Saturday, we turned it all around. I said, today, we're going to breathe. We're going to meditate a bit. We're going to stretch so we can take our mind and our body to the next level. Boy, was it amazing. Those are the things that I'm pulling out of my tool belt. Today, I want to talk about collaboration. And I met this woman. Is she up here? I'm going to give you some props, Ashley. I'm giving Ashley a mod. She's like, I'm here. So we all know my girl, Renee. And I want to give Renee a shout out because of the podcast. The podcast, like I said, is the last season is today. Make sure you tap into that. And, I was talking about Ramon before. Sorry, guys. I didn't have coffee. I don't know why I'm so on 10 today. But the other day, yesterday, oh my gosh, it was absolutely yesterday. So I joined this app called the Owl app. Can I see some stars in the chat for anyone that has heard of this app, thought of it, or anything? I want to know who my peeps are, who I'm talking to. Put some stars in the chat if you've heard of the Owl app. This woman here, Ashley, has been trying, she said November, I can't believe it was that long, since November to get me on this particular app. She's like, Tina, she's so excited. Like, I'm excited times 10. She's a little, maybe like 2 inches below me at times with energy. You got to get on this. It's amazing. You're going to make so much money. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, kid, because like she's a kid to me. EA, hey girl, hey. So she's telling me to get on this app. I can make all this money. And I'm not saying I'm ignoring her. I just did not have the space to download it. Long story short, yesterday I was listening to Sheila Smith. I'm not sure if she's in the room. She was talking, and Sheila was talking about this app. And I'm like, okay, Tina, open up your ears and pay attention. So I joined this Owl app yesterday. And when you join a new profile, you have to put your social media handles in it, right? So it asked for my LinkedIn social media. So I went to LinkedIn, I took my copy, and I went to put it in here. But for some reason, it wasn't going. So I put it in Google, and Google popped up my name, Tina Stars Tina. I was like, oh my goodness. I saw all these things popping up, all the articles that I wrote in BWC with Ramon. And then I saw this other thing in there for podcasts. And it said, I forgot what the name of it was, but it was like the Bermuda podcast, whatever. I am the number 18. Do you hear that, Mary Lynn, if you're in here? Number 18 for podcasts on mental health. I was like, oh my gosh, I've only been doing this for a few weeks, and I got super excited. I say that to say the power of community, the power of collaboration, and I decided to talk about this Owl app here so that you could see about it, listen to it. I actually have the owner in the chat with me. So are we saying Renee is the only person that has heard of the Owl app? Is that what you guys are saying to me? If so, we got a lot of talking to do. Jason, are you able to unmic and share with us what this app is all about?
Sure am. Thanks for having me. I know this is last minute, so I'm doing this from the car. It's been a phenomenal journey. I mean, 2 years ago, I was talking about in Clubhouse, and everyone kind of, of course, like another app, like you're talking about on stage. And I always say exactly what you just mentioned, that it's another tool on your belt, of course. When you use it wisely, it's a phenomenal tool at the end of the day. It gives you the ability to pretty much connect with other professionals instantly in a controlled environment, because each party is being reviewed at the end of a phone call. And people have fallen in love with it because they can hold rooms like this as an example. And as you're giving advice on the stage, people can then go over to Al and call you one-on-one, and you can set your price. could set it at $1, you could set it at $1,000, and every call starts at 10 minutes. And it just really controls the environment because the right people then are calling you that really, want to connect and not really just, steal your energy at the end of the day, right? Really collaborate with you. And that's what we're seeing, a ton of collaboration. A lot of people use it for networking, and a lot of people do it as a way to get advice instantly, where at the end of the day, they're frustrated with Google and YouTube trying to find answers. They'd rather talk to an expert that's done it for 20 plus years.
But you know what, Jason, I want to tap in real quick. So yesterday I got on the app, and like I told you, I'm new to podcasting and I want my YouTube to pop. So I went to, in the search engine or the main page, I don't know what you'll call it. And I was like, let me call some people. So in the little bit of time that I joined on yesterday, I got so much advice for my podcast to make it grow and for my YouTube channel. What type of things are you hearing from customers that are growing their mindset and their businesses? Are you hearing stuff like that from the other end, people that are getting advice?
Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of immediately go in there, thinking about, themselves as an expert and making money off of the calls, right, from their community and their audience. And then what they come to realize is as they start taking these calls, they start seeing the bigger picture that people are calling them, and all of a sudden it becomes, a podcast swap moment, right, and collaborating and meeting in person, getting speaking engagements. You're just seeing all sorts of things happening from these calls, because when you put two people together on a phone call, when you're not being recorded, and it's just a genuine conversations, there's going to be those moments where you're going to just connect immediately with that individual, and things are going to happen. And people move the meeting over to Zoom or in person, often after hour calls, because your social media links are connected. So it's not hard to then send a direct message to that individual and, of course, connect on deeper levels. But at the same time, it protects users because it's in-app phone calls, just like we're doing here on Clubhouse. If you're going to do a Wave 101, where you're able to communicate without sharing your cell phone number, which is phenomenal. It really keeps it controlled. But influencers like it because they don't have to share their cell phone number with their audience or their email. They can just tell their community, hey, call me on Owl. And a lot of people do office hours where they'll say, hey, I'm live once a week on Owl at a specific time. It's first come, first serve. And it's phenomenal because you can really go live at any time you want to take calls, and it pings your followers. That's the biggest key. You can literally go live on a Saturday morning at 8 a.m. and just, if 1,000 people are following you, and they'll get a notification that you're available, and they can hop on and chat about anything under the sun.
I just love it. Quick question for you. And if you're just coming into the room, we are talking about something called the Owl app. You said it's been around for how long, Jason?
We officially launched last June for real money payments, and then we launched in the App Store in March. So a little over a year and a half. So it was launched on Clubhouse. Back in the day, everyone was trying it for free. It had a lot more bugs back then and a lot less features. So remember that, like yourself, you had it, but you didn't use it much. And then all of a sudden you came in yesterday and you're like, holy shit, this thing is totally different than what I remembered. And I just kept building it from the community. You mentioned that earlier. I just took what everyone was telling us, and I then, went to our developers and just kept building until we got it to where, we have it today, which is minimal bugs and a really unique offering that people are really enjoying at this time. And it's Owl Week, of course. So every day we're doing promos, and it's just phenomenal. We have a 25-hour podcast powered by Celsius Beverage on Friday that's going to have hundreds of people being called on the Owl app, and all platforms will go live with all YouTube.
I love it. I love it. So it sounds like this was just an idea you had in your heart. Can you remember how you came about this idea? And I say that because we have a lot of entrepreneurs in the space. We have a lot of people that want to start a business or grow a business. And now you are just amazing with it. Where did the first thought come into play? Would love to know.
Yeah, that's a great question. It's actually what I'm doing right now, driving in this car to work. I was a financial advisor, still am, for over 15 years. And I run a podcast myself, and I interview entrepreneurs in South Florida locally with a college of business. And I just learned from all these entrepreneurs, taking pieces of what they would tell us on the podcast. And I was driving to work one day when COVID hit, April of 2020. And I was like, this is so stupid. Everybody's sitting at home. Everyone wants to speak with people, but nobody can call each other because it's awkward. If I called you out of the blue, you'd be like, why is Jason calling me at 8 o'clock in the morning while he's driving to work? You get that, like, awkward look when you look down at your phone. And typically people would have to message you and say, hey, you want to jump on a call? I want to chat about something. And it just felt like we've gone so far in the other direction with human connection when it comes to audio calls. So I said, there's got to be something better than just listening to music and a podcast. Why can't I call someone else that wants to be called in the morning and just really connect with them? It could be getting advice. It could be networking. It could just be bullshitting because I'm in a bad mood and I just want to, chat on my way to work. And that moment, that's where the idea came from. And I was bored. I brought it to a development team, a group that was on my podcast. And I said, how do you build an MVP, which is a minimal viable product? And it was, $5,000 to $10,000. And for 4 weeks straight, I was on a Zoom meeting every morning with developers, approximately 10 of them. And we just built out the framework to what you see today. It was more basic back then. And it blew me away what these guys had built. And then I had to make a huge decision. Spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to take it to market as an MVP. It's going to take about 8 to 10 months to build. Or just put it on a PowerPoint and try to sell the idea to somebody to invest in me. And I took the first decision. I went and built it myself, bootstrapped it. And I went for it. And it came out phenomenal. But the hardest freaking thing in the world was marketing it. Once I got it, to get an environment where two parties have to speak together on an instant platform, you need a huge amount of people. And that was the hardest thing, getting the first 100 downloads. And it's been phenomenal the last year now that we have less bugs, of course, because early days you got a lot of bugs. You have to have early adopters that really care about you and really understand where you're coming from with the bugs. And we overcame a lot. So that's where the original story came from, just wanting to fill a gap in the market that I saw needed during COVID.
Well, I think you're doing more than filling the gap, and COVID was a horrible thing, but it has changed the way we see life. I have Ashley who's going to speak with me, but before I have Ashley speak, if there's anyone listening who has a question, who doesn't understand, who may be hesitant, please raise your hand, come up to the stage, ask your question, because I think this is an amazing app for people who speak a lot. Like yesterday, I decided, you know what? All those people who want to call me throughout the day, time is money. I don't know about you. Every single moment that I'm speaking or taking my time away from someone, it's time that I can be spending with my family. So does anyone have a question, a comment? If not, Ashley Davis, my thorn, my rose thorn, who makes me better and I make better. Ashley, what do you like about the OWL app?
Hey, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. So one thing I like about the OWL app is, one, it's just a way for me to get my clientele over to the OWL app and get serious buying people, because they're vetted in by Jason and his team. So if this is a business that wants to purchase one of my 3D printed signs or have something custom 3D printed, it's the best way to get it over. I literally forgot my phone number. I've been using the OWL app since November. If you ask me what my phone number is, I have no idea what it is. You have to give me your number so I can call you so you can tell me.
I love it.
The thing I like the OWL app is because it's a good platform to make great connections, right? So there's multiple ways on using the
I'm gonna pause you really quick, only because we have 10 more minutes left, and I see Araya McGarry came in the building. And yes, Ashley gave me all the insight since November. She's been pouring into my head. But because of Araya, I don't know if she's able to speak. She had a private meeting. Araya has a TV. She has a TV show network, and I am having one of her shows, and she has a meeting with us actually twice a week to pour information into us. And she had a guest on there. Araya, are you able to speak, Mama?
Yes, I'm here. Hey, guys.
Girl, can I say I love you? I got on the OWL app, Araya.
Me too. I'm looking for you guys. I can't find you, but we'll find each other.
Jason is the guy to the left of you. He's the actual owner. We were talking about him.
Yay. Hey, Jason. Oh, my gosh. I'm not even 24 hours old on the OWL app.
I like that, 24 hours. I love it. I love it. So, Araya, do you have any questions about it? Because I got on yesterday just like you. I think we did it at the same time. And Yes, what's your question?
Yes, well, actually, I'm really excited, but I'm trying to find Sheila under there, who was the one that invited us, Dr. Sheila Smith. So I went in the search bar looking for her, and it says no results found. So maybe help us know how to find people, because I want to find Stars Tina.
And I heard Forbes Riley's on there too.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So is it just the search bar, or am I doing something wrong to find people?
I can help you with that. So at the top, you want to see if you look up. Hold on, sorry, so at the top, you want to see if you're looking under all owls or are you looking for active owls. That is very important.
Oh, I'm looking under all owls.
Okay, then put in Dr. Sheila and she should come up.
Oh, the dot matters. Okay.
And can you explain the difference between all and active? Because some of the people don't know what you're talking about.
I know. So active owls are people that are live right now, available to take your call right now. And then all owls is every user. I like that word better. Every user that is on the app at this moment.
We are loving Tosh. Look at Tosh in the chat talking. We love you, Tosh. Tosh, are you on the Owl app? I don't know if she's able to speak.
You can speak, yes. I was just typing the answer. I thought, let me have my can say. I'm not on that app yet.
So Tasha, let me look at the whole thing. It's Tosh Queen. So Tosh Queen, yes, I got on yesterday and I love it for two reasons. The one reason is the knowledge that, again, I was only on it for one day, that I was able to get in such a little bit of time, and the ability to make money for things that I do already. For example, I was cooking and I was able to talk to people yesterday and actually make money while I was doing that, and you can set your rate. Jason, I'm going to throw it back to you because he may have some bonuses or something since it's Owl Week. And Tosh.
I found you, Stars Tina, but I still can't find Dr. Sheila, so I'll call her.
And I have to find you.
Type in Sheila, she has Dr. Dot, then Sheila Smith, so and a middle initial in there. So it's pretty sensitive to search, so that's why it's not coming up. Just put Sheila in, and it will pop up.
Okay, I'm doing that now, and I found Stars Tina really easy. There you go. Yeah, so I just put in Sheila, and there she is. Now,
yeah, she's live right now. You could call her.
What?
You could call her right now. She's live, Sheila.
I see that. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm going to practice with her for sure. And why does Stars Tina say a 10 under her, and Dr. Sheila says a 50?
Let me see. Hold on.
I have 10 calls. I did.
Oh, that's what they're charging. So that's a good point. So you could charge any amount you want. Once you get up to 10 calls, we do limit everyone that applies to become an expert to taking 10 calls first at $1, so they learn the platform. Most calls coming in are not people seeking your advice. They're just kind of onboarding you on the platform and explaining how it works. And then once you get to 10 calls, you can charge anything you want. You charge $5 for 10 minutes of your time, $100, $1,000. Like Forbes Riley's up there at $100 for 10 minutes to chat with her. And then once the call starts, then you could request more time. You could request 10 more minutes, 20 more minutes as an example, and you get the ability to charge any amount for those extensions as well. So based on the audience that you serve, for example, if you're doing a clubhouse room like today, and right when it ends, you say to your audience, you want to chat with me, I'm charging $25 for 10 minutes. You could drop the price instantly as well on your profile. So it really depends on the audience you serve, of course, right? Lawyers that charge $1,000 an hour are going to charge a tad more to jump on a call with them, because most of the advice is going to be, on law, of course, to chat with them. But of course, a lot of people just leave it low because they're looking at it as a door opener. They want to get as many people to call them to get as many opportunities, that they possibly can. They're not looking at it as an advice platform. They're looking at it as a networking platform where they've gotten big opportunities from these calls that are incoming and just chatting.
Well, Jason, I love that. And you're going to be on the Limelight Network today with Dr. Sheila Smith on a show at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. So I'm so excited to see your interview with Dr. Sheila Smith. And what I was noticing, though, is those like award-looking circles on their profile that says 10 and 50. What that was. Some people have a silver 50.
That's the, we gamified it. So that's once they have taken 50 calls, they get a badge. Once they get to 100 calls, they get a badge.
I
so those are just badges that automatically pop on your profile. once you get to a certain amount of calls.
That's so cool. You have 100, Jason. I'm sure you have millions.
I have a lot of calls.
I
Yes.
just like that. Thank you, Starcia. Thank you for having us. This is amazing.
Yes, all right. To tell you the cool thing is, like I was on a call last night, and it gets to the thing I love about it most is it cuts you off at 10 minutes, or they have to add more money. Like I was talking to someone last night, and I'm like, okay, we're getting near the end. Do you want to end the call? And next thing I know, this thing popped up for me to accept more money. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is cool. Because, you know, like Rhea, you can talk for days or hours. Questions?
Oh, yeah. For free. So, Jason, thank you for this, because it really helps people like us, which there's so many of us, especially, I don't want to categorize, but women, we just love to nurture and help and talk and pour in. Before you know it, an hour is going by. And it's like, oh, well, that was a free, strategy call for an hour.
Yes, and the protections in place for women as well, right? How many times have you been on LinkedIn or Instagram, and all of a sudden it goes from, hey, can we jump on a Zoom meeting, to, hey, can we get a drink at the bar? Right? And it's just uncomfortable. And it happens on Zoom a lot. And it's not controllable because you can't ding them with a negative review after a Zoom meeting, and they go ahead and do it on the next Zoom meeting, and no one's held accountable. But on Owl, I mean, Starcina got a negative review by accident yesterday. We had to remove it, but it worked. Like, she got a 1-star review by, person, hit the wrong button. But at the end of the day, it's like people are held accountable on our platform because of the review mechanism and self-policing itself. Plus, you can report the person, which is phenomenal. So it's built with great protections in place.
That's so important. That's a missing piece. Thank you for that.
So excited. So we have 3 more minutes left in here. Any questions, comments about the app as I scroll through and look in the chat? Just unmic.
All right, everyone, it is our week, and we're about to get fired up. So here's what we're going to do. And Jason, you going to back me on this?
I got your back. I know where you're going, Bob.
All right.
Test or promo, and the odds are yes. Go for it.
Yes. Okay, everyone, download the app today. But before what I want you to do is take a screenshot of this room, tag myself, Ash Co-Creations on your social media, tag our app, post it to your social media. Once you post it to your social media, take another screenshot and send it to feedback@owl.com, and Jason will give you 10 extra bonus dollars. Right, Jason?
Absolutely. I was putting that in the notes. Yes.
Yes.
Well, I got to thank Starcina. Come on. She's the host of the show.
I didn't say that. I'm sorry. I do apologize. Yes. Tag Stars, Tina, tag Jason, and tag myself. I will be $1 for the rest of the month. So if you need to contact someone, please contact me. I am $1 right now. It's our weekend. We about to get it litty. Make sure you join the podcast, the 25-hour podcast that is
really quick, Ashley. I'm sorry, just because we have 2 minutes. Renee Noor and Jason. Renee Noor is an amazing human. I actually joined her tribe last year, and she's got me to the mentality of 7-star quality, and she has a tribe of amazing humans, and she just does all the wonderful things. So I just want to shout out Renee so she can speak with Jason. I actually already told Malika about this because our goal is to change the world, and it's all by collaboration. So I just wanted to share that. That's all. Are we there, Jason? Are we there, Renee?
Yeah, I'm there. Sorry, I was posting in the comments the instructions. I kept it brief in there, so it's in there. If we missed the message, just go over the chat. And yes, I am 100% on board. It's Owl Week. I'm doing promos every single day. You get them in your inbox, and it's just we do this once a year, and I'm giving away promos, giveaways, and we're blowing this brand up this week. So definitely take advantage. $10 free. Just post this room on a social platform, tag all of us, tag our app, and then send me a screenshot to our email. That's it. Awesome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. With that being said, I am Stars Tina, normally here Mondays at 5 a.m. I'm turning the table over to Global. Oh, I'm turning over to Renee. Yay. I didn't even know you were here, Renee. All right. And a 1 and a 2. Everyone, unmic, make some noise for Renee Noor. Thank you, Jason.
Renee!